Greetings, nature lovers. This is the TKForce, the team-killing force of nature himself. And I'm back with more Diablo. Hellfire. And we're heading down to the 3rd level of the Hive. In fact, this run...
These lands shall be defiled, and our brood shall overrun the fields that men call home. Our tendrils shall envelop this world, and we will feast on the flesh of its denizens. Man shall become our chattel and sustenance.
Are you done? You're kind of interrupting me. Yeah, I'm doing an LP here, dude. Okay. Now, I don't even remember what it was. Oh, yes. We're heading back down to the Hive here on a run that is actually changing my mind about the Hive. Is it really that bad? I mean, the first 2 floors, I'm pretty sure one of them might have been my fastest set yet, you know? Fastest floor clean. So, I don't know, this seems easier than I remember. I don't know. Am I crazy? I know I'm crazy. But this isn't make me crazy, right? Not this in particular. Other things make me crazy. Other things. Yeah, but anyway, will floor 3... I think the difficulty upsteps on floor 3. But will it change my mind? Will it be enough to change my mind back into being afraid of the Hive again? Well, only time will tell. 'Cause, gotta tell you, thus far, not that intimidating. Oh, see that pile of acid there, though? We at least know that the spiders leave those now. From the way he was walking around kind of aimlessly, not directly towards me, I wonder if he was looking for a good position to start spitting acid at me, too. But, don't know, maybe he would level up. Ding! You guys stop coming at me for a moment. Been a while since we had a ding. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Been a while, but still the same strategy. Actually, let's take a moment to take a look here. Our life, 159, not bad. Our mana, 92, that's okay. Damage and to hit is pretty good, but you know, got a lot of dexterity. Our armor class is pretty good, thanks to the monk bonus with light armor, and us having the best light armor in the game. We got some nice fire resistance. Sadly, I don't think anything down... Well, okay, I hit Z, the zoom in thing again. I don't much like the zoom in thing, because obviously our character and the stuff around him is a pixelated mess anyway. It's not a very beautiful thing, you know? It looks a lot nicer zoomed out. You can't tell that your character and the other monsters... Other monsters, that's right, your character's a bit of a monster. You can't tell that they are kind of pixelated messes. Ah, ha, ha. Yes, you do shoot acid, don't you? Well, I was right about that, at least. Enough of those guys, or what? Okay. Oh, we got some pods to destroy. I think I mentioned this. They are kind of the barrels of the Hive. These ones are in an awkward place. Couldn't see exactly where they dropped their shit, but I found it. I found it eventually. Now we'll actually see a unique guy down on this level. Been a while since we've seen a unique guy. Now if I remember correctly, he was a little bit tough, so... Actually, I might be completely wrong about that. Scratch that, maybe he wasn't tough. I don't know. If he kills me, we'll know that he was tough. Somebody says I haven't died yet on this run. Or they didn't think that I had. I don't know if I believe them necessarily. Oh, the unique guy. And let's see if I can get him to do it. Come on, dude. Yes, he spits out these little pod things. Look at that. He's called the Horker, because I guess he horks these things up. Yeah, I don't think he was that tough. Okay, now let me tell you, he dropped an amulet. A magical amulet. Let me tell you what he does if you have the Easter egg installed. Is that basically he will drop a teddy bear, and if you have the Easter egg installed, there's this little girl NPC in town who is very sad that she's lost her teddy bear. And then if you bring it back to her after, you get it from Mr. Horker, then she says, like, oh, you found it, or some shit like that, right? And she's all happy. And then she finds a magical amulet stuck in the teddy's fur, and she's all like, oh, what's this here? Something all tangled in your fur, and then tosses it away, and you get to pick it up in town as your reward for the quest. Which is just pointless running around, really. I mean, he now drops the amulet, which just cuts out the middleman of bringing a teddy bear back to a little girl. I mean, the teddy bear thing, it added more flavor to the game. It added, another quest, a little more dialogue, and it put a child in Tristram, of a town that apparently, besides, is Word a child? I think he's a young lad, but I don't know if he's a child per se. I don't know. They call him a kid, but I don't think he's, maybe he's, anyway, so, yeah, the little girl, I think that she was probably in the expansion, and then they just decided, it's kind of pointless to, make them run all the way back to town with a teddy bear to get their magical amulet. We can just have it when we could just have him drop one. Now, I gotta tell you, as pointless as it was, they are right about that. I would have preferred the making me run back to town with the teddy bear thing, just because. Oh, Scroll of Guardian. Don't see a lot of those. Just because, like I say, added another quest, added a little more flavor. The Horker was not as dangerous as I remember. Interestingly enough. That was a completely different thought scheme there, actually. I went into it like it was the same thought, but wasn't. Anyway, so yeah. All in all, would have preferred the pointless quest, just because there are no quests, basically, other than, what was it? The Defiler, associated with the Hive here, which is basically just go down and beat the Hive. So it would have been nice if they added something or anything to it. Like, as silly as the getting the brown suit and gray suit,
I cannot carry anymore.
were, Even those I kind of liked in a way because it just added something to do down here other than killing everything you come across. Oh, I am out of room. Town portal. Drop that, grab this. And guys, I will see you back down here after I, identify, sell, and get back down in the dungeon. BRB. And we're back. Just so you guys are kept in the loop about, my equipment and such. That guy dropped an amulet that, plus 34 hit points and resist all 22%. So, I've decided to roll with it. I mean, the 17 dexterity, that is a big loss because dexterity is so important for a monk. But I like the resist all factor and the bonus hit points. For now, I didn't sell the amulet of dexterity just in case I change my mind. But I think we have a good enough to hit and a good enough damage and armor. I mean, the extra 17 dexterity didn't increase the damage and armor that much. And I think the 109% to hit is pretty good. If I find I'm not hitting enough, then yeah, I'll change it back. Or maybe finally buy a magical item from Wirt or something that increases my dexterity. Who knows? Maybe I'll spend some of that massive amount of gold I've got sitting in town. I still haven't done it. I keep meaning... Oh, Mana Shield. Such a good spell for the monk. In fact, might invest in more of that eventually. Because what it does is right now it costs 33 mana, but then it makes the rest of your mana pool, it turns them into hit points. So that you lose damage you take goes to your mana first before it eats into your health. And it just gives you a nice little buffer. Defensive spells like that are great for a monk. And I think the higher level that you get Mana Shield, the less it actually costs. So, yeah, that could be cool. Well, it is very cool, actually. That, and a nice reflection spell, and a bunch of spitting spiders. I haven't seen any of those eyeball things that shoot the beams of death so that I can verify whether they've upgraded to their red beams of... Would you go away, Acid? Thank you. Bloody hell. Worse than waiting for a firewall. At least... No, it's not as bad as waiting for the firewall. Because the firewall, you put in your own damn way. And you feel stupid for having to wait it out. It's not as bad as that. Still, I hate anything that makes me wait. Because as you people know, two things about me. I am lazy and impatient. I just walked through it. That's how impatient I am. Oh, man. Thought we were pretty much done here. I am noticing the lack of to hit now. I am noticing it. But so far, it hasn't been enough to change my mind. That's right, stand right in the acid. That's what I'm doing. I don't even care. You people know me, impatient and lazy. Map. Okay, I'll take a little quick run through the center of the area here. But it looks like we have finished. Or not. Just a moment, people. Now, as I was saying, it looks like we have finished floor 3 of the hive. Didn't somebody drop something there? Guess not. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely we have. So, I'll just go over here. Pop back to town.